I've been feeling very perturbed, very discombobulated, feeling out of place since I heard about the situation with some family members when they were younger in the British care system. My topic today is basically about child abuse. Yeah? And I'm going to compare the two because I was born and brought up in Jamaica, Kingston, where if a man so much as touch a child, they beat him to death. I've seen and heard of many men who have been castrated. They cut the penis off because they try to interfere and abuse young children. Those pedophiles, they need to eliminate them from the old society and let we live a normal, peaceful life. We've heard of the Harvey Weinsteins of this country and the different people who abuse children. Why on earth would you want to abuse a helpless child who can't even respond to you? It just doesn't make sense. When I was growing up in Jamaica, my mom used to tell us when we see certain men, we don't accept money, don't accept any money that they offer you, or don't ask them any favors and things like that. So we were always aware that we are to avoid like older men and older boys. So when I look around the world today and I see how many young girls have been abused by older men, I don't understand what the parents were telling them because if there was any sort of the slightest suspicion that somebody was, like for instance, my god brother back in the day, I was about 10 or 11, and he took me to the toilet. I accompanied him to the toilet. He said to me that he was going to give me lollipop. And then when I went to the toilet with him, he took out his penis and tell me that it tastes like lollipop and I was to try it. And I knew right away because of what mom told me that I am to avoid men like that. So when I see the penis, I run. I was only 10 or 11 and I ran. And up until this day, if a man ever suggests oral sex to me, them have another thing coming. So I had that idea embedded in my brain from a child growing up that you avoid older men, you don't get involved with them, and you don't allow them to touch you inappropriately. Thank God for Mother Dearest. So this is the situation in Jamaica. If a older man touch a younger child, they beat him and they beat him mercilessly. They beat him to death. The police don't come and interfere in things like that because it's a zero tolerance for pedophiles. So that don't happen where I'm from in Jamaica. Now I live in the UK and I've heard of numerous children being adopted by older men, or children being abused by these men, treated so appallingly by these big men, big rusty back men, as Mother Dearest would say, that pounce on these young innocent children. And I didn't realize what was happening in my own immediate circle. So I heard this same week here, I've heard that a few family members were being abused, and I'm taking it to another level. I can't sit back comfortable after hearing what I heard this week. You see, child abuse is when a child is intentionally harmed by an adult or even another child. It can be over a period of time, but it can be also like a one off action. So when you see the signs, you lash out straight away. Like when I was about 11 or 10 or 11, my uncle, my mother, twin brother was giving me jockey ride, we call it jockey back, to go to the bathroom. And as soon as I saw him head to the bathroom door, and I remember what mom said to me. I said, Mom! And I called mom and she came out and just pick up something and burst his head. My mom didn't joke. Even now she's 92, going 93, and she don't joke still. And she burst his head. What you do with me picnic? What you do with me picnic? I was unsuspecting. I didn't realize that he was heading to the bathroom to do anything to me. But it's just the fact that he went to the bathroom and was trying to lock the door, and I called mom and she came running. So why on earth these little young children, when men are trying to abuse them, why they hush them into such silence? I don't understand it. The parents need, well, oh, parents really need to educate the children about these monsters that exist. Because if you warn them, like what Mother Dearest, she forewarned us, then obviously we'll have a safer society for children, and they'll run when they see these hardback men. So it can be physical, sexual, or emotional, and it can happen in a person existence, especially in a little circle when you've got these older people involved, uncles, brothers, older brothers who's got no respect for young children growing up. That's like stealing their innocence, man, and it's so sad. Now, I've heard of a lot of abuse on the website where children, older men pose as younger, younger guys just to pounce on these young. Oh God, it's very annoying. Now it can also be due to a lack of love, care, and attention, neglect, physical injury, or emotional abuse, name calling, and stuff like that. Any intentional harm of or mistreatment to a child, a young child, is really bad, because children are innocent and they rely on adults to look after them and to care for their needs. We cannot afford to put these children in unsupervised, dangerous situations, exposing them to these sexual situations or making them feel worthless or stupid. These things can leave a lasting impression on them as children. It is every parent responsibility to protect children from harm. We owe a duty of care to our children and to other people's children who are in our care too. So, but when a person decide to be malicious and decide that they're going to report you to social services, and because of that, they cause your children to be taken into care. Now, the British social service system is very appalling. The statistic, the Express and Star statistic says about 800 vulnerable children are already in Wolverhampton care, and it's got the highest rate of care applications in the country, nearly 3 times the national average. Now, my young family members were in care, and I didn't realize that they were being abused. The numerous children at risk in this country is, like I said, is very appalling, and many children are at risk of being trafficked. Now, when like you got parents jailed for murdering their children, like drug addicts, they murder their children and things, I agree that children like those should be taken into care, because children need structure, stability, and love and affection. Now, the continuous failings of the Wolverhampton social care system, professional who deliberately turn a blind eye to children in care. According to the latest studies, Wolverhampton is more deprived today than it was in 2007. It is rated about as the 20th most deprived, you understand me, social care system in the country. Yes. Why am I saying all this? Because my nieces have been abused, and we're taking drastic measures now to get to the bottom of it. The man concerned is dead, but now we must address the issue with the woman, the man's wife, and why she exposed the children to such a dangerous and worthless, downgraded, low life situation. Imagine an adult woman with young children in her care turn a blind eye for the children to be abused. But the thing about it is, the children are turning, these vulnerable adults are turning it around now to say that we as family neglected them. No, we didn't neglect them at all. We did not neglect them because the government, number one, the social services told me at the time that because I only had a 3 bedroom house at the time and I had a new baby, came in 1999, I was heavily pregnant, and they said I didn't have enough space for the girls, so they didn't want them to continue living in my care. This is, you live in a system, you're being controlled and manipulated by the system, so you have to go along with it. So these people put the children to live with so-called family members who don't know nothing about them, strangers, and the poor children. Can you imagine the shock those children? So it's traumatic. So now they become adults, they are experiencing trauma, being abused by this woman, man, and the fact that they weren't in their family. Their mom was busy working away from home, trying to make a life for herself and to provide a family and to provide a good family living for them, a good home, a good lifestyle for them. So nobody neglected them. It's just the way the system is. You have to go along with what they said. If you have girl children and boys, you can't mix them together. Girls and boys can't sleep. It's not like in Jamaica. You can sleep with your brother and you don't have to worry about it. You understand? Anyway, what I'm trying to say today is that the children being abused were no fault of the family. It's just the fact that we had to go along with what the government was saying. I mean, children in general. Children, if they live with criticism, they learn to condemn. If they live with hostility, they learn to fight. If they live with fear, they learn to be apprehensive and uncertain. They live with ridicule, they learn to feel shy. They live with encouragement, they learn confidence. Your children live with tolerance, they learn to be patient. And if they live with acceptance and friendship, they learn to find love in the world. So we are in the process now of, it's called redress. We're trying to see if we can right the wrong that was done to these children over many years, because it's a prolonged cycle of abuse. It wasn't just a one-off, it seems, because the children are very bitter and angry as adults, and now they're blaming family members for neglecting them and abandoning them, which nobody abandoned them. It's just the fact that the way the system was at the time, I wasn't available for a short period because I had to go abroad and deal with family matters, and somebody was malicious, called social services, and they took them into care. When I returned, they wouldn't hand the children back. Instead, they put them with a family who abused them. You understand me? So this is the reality of the situation that we're encountering at the moment, and we're going to get to the bottom of it, because there is no way that children should have to encounter all that, because it doesn't happen too much in if it's happening in Jamaica now, it must be quite recent in some draconian system or some primitive area. It doesn't happen in the real life, in the westernized world. So this is what I'm actually gonna be addressing about the abuse of children, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it. So keep watching this space, because we've started the ball rolling as we speak. We've contacted the relevant authorities, and they've asked us to download the information requests, and we'll be taking it to another level and hopefully get the children to come and speak up and say what was happened, because apparently they were hushed into silence, and we can't afford to leave that stain on them, for them to think that we neglected them as a family and that they are worthless or useless. So we're going to address it, and I'm telling you, I'm promising you that. You see all that Me Too movement and all those people that get compensation, it's not so much about compensation, it's about what is right and what need to be sorted. Yeah? So abuse is intentional, and it's the harm done to another human being by another cruel and evil, mature person who should know better. All right. So thanks for your time. Keep watching. Keep subscribing. If you've got any comments about this, or if you know anybody who's been personally affected by abuse, then you can leave your comments below, because we're trying to get as much people involved so we can get a redress for these children, and hopefully let them come forward, because at the moment I know they might be feeling worthless because of the fact that they were abused. They might feel useless, but we want to tell them that it's no fault of their own, because they were children, and the adults that were placed to look after them should be protecting them and looking after them to make sure that they don't come to any harm. All right, so subscribe and tell your friend about this channel, and thank you very much for your time. Take care. Thanks.